And there's the green light. Hello, everybody. My name is Gary, and I'm with JollyRogerUkulele.com. And we are going to go post. I'm going to go post a link to this broadcast on our website. The website is JollyRogerUkulele.com. I think I just said that. And we are working on Celtic music this week. We're using one French song today to learn a specific technique that I blew last week, and so I'm gonna revisit that today. And we're also playing on arpeggio today, that pretty challenging one that we had last week, and I was going to get a new arpeggio put up and I didn't get it done, so it's going to be tomorrow or the next day before I get to it. And then we have Ashgrove, Danny Boy, the Melville Castle. What else are we playing? Melville Castle, Will Ye Nigh Come Back Again, Parting Glass. Lots of decent, a little bit of Scottish, a little bit of Irish type music. And so you should swing by and pick that up. Getting in a little bit early today, so if you're watching the replay of this, you can definitely fast forward 3 or 4 minutes and then we'll get started. https:// JollyRogerUkulele.com, and there's that. Let me put a photo on that. Tough Uke, Kick Your Fanny Friday, Celtic music, tweet. Alright, so we have tweeted, and alright, so Twitter's done. Close that box. Let's see who's wandered in. Bruce is in from Virginia. Sunny out in Virginia. Sound is good. We've had a cloudy, overcast day here in Denver, and it's making me sad. Cindy's in. She's from Denver. Ronnie's in from New Mexico. Is it warmed up down there yet, Ronnie? Sandy, good afternoon. Sandy's having a beautiful day up there in Michigan, which is the opposite, right? Nancy, sound is good. Nancy's in Florida. Sherry is here, local. Janice in from Australia. Hey, Janice. Good morning. Sunny in Sydney. Getting to be fall in Sydney. We're finally getting to be spring in Northern Hemisphere. Went over to the Denver Botanic Gardens yesterday when I was supposed to be writing new music for you guys. And the bulbs and stuff are starting to come up. So, kind of fun. And then everything else is dead, though. Kay is in. Howdy ho, Kay. She's from northern Colorado these days. Vic is in. She's from Eugene, Oregon. Jack and Barbara in from Glenview, Illinois. 60 degrees up there. Decent day up there for sure. Melissa's in from Boulder. Melissa wins, honestly. We do have Linda who logs in from Maui. That Maui is actually better than Boulder. Melissa and I are, we know more. I don't know if you noticed, over the weekend, the lovely students of the University of Colorado at Boulder decided that they would have a party and destroy the neighborhood and throw rocks at police and all this. And I got an email from somebody who says, what are they protesting? And the answer is nothing. Unbelievable how stupid sometimes things are. It makes me so mad. Anyway, hello, Melissa. Jerry's in. Sunny and vaccinated in Arvada. Way to go, Jerry. Very nice. Lynn is in. She's back from. We've got her set up to play Yankee Stadium here for last hour. Sunny and warm in New Jersey. Tomorrow should be fantastic. Awesome. Ronnie, 58 in New Mexico. Still not warm down there, huh, Ronnie? Pauline is in. She's from Northern Cali. Carol is in from the high country of Colorado. Dennis in from Toronto. Cool and sunny. You guys having a decent day out there up north, huh? Yeah, way to go, Jerry. Getting vaccinated. Diane, can't wait for the boom chuck. We're going to fix boom chucks. I messed you guys up last week, and I'm going to fix it today. Fran, we're back from the Calico Ghost Town. Jeeping, shooting, having fun with that. There you go, right? What the heck? That sounds like a good little trip. Glad you're back, Fran. Brandon's in. He's from California. Judy's in. She's in from Conifer, talking about moving to Florida. What the heck, man? Red is in. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Hey, Red. And Barbara is in. Let's see. Happy Monday to you. Got vaccination number 2. So Barbara's bulletproof now. Good to see you. Terry is in. He's having. Let me look outside. He's having the same weather as me. I went over to the Botanic Gardens yesterday, Terry, and probably could have stopped by and grabbed a lunch from you. Chris is in. How you feeling, Chris? Doing good. Glad to have you. What time is it? It's 11:107. Let's talk. Hey, Patty. Patricia. I'm going to start giving her a more official name. This week, let's back up. Over the weekend, I had a ton of stuff to do for guitar. I got most of it done. But because of that, I didn't get into much time to write stuff for ukulele. So don't worry, there's more coming. I just didn't get a chance to spend time with it. I am set up pretty well with stuff coming along, and what I did was I just copied over all of the Celtic and Irish stuff that we were working on last week into this week, and so that by Friday, you'll still have that on the front page. And remember, there's other stuff that we've already gone over that you can be working on, so that by the time St. Patrick's gets around next Wednesday, you should have a pretty nice collection of Irish tunes, Celtic tunes, Scottish tunes, Welsh tunes, and some of you may have seen Meghan and Harry on the news last night. So that's what happens when you spend time in England, right? And so luckily we're spending time in Ireland and Scotland, and it's way better. Let's see. Today I want to play the arpeggios from last week. I didn't, obviously, in my zeal to get other stuff done, I didn't get a new arpeggios cleaned up for you. So we will have the other arpeggios later this week. But for today, I want to play the A major in ukulele, E major in baritone. And then we're going to revisit Boom Chuck, okay? Because I realized what happened there was we had a too complicated a song that you weren't super familiar with, and then it kind of got all wonky. So we're going to fix the boom chucks. Then I'm going to give you a different type of homework today. And then tomorrow we're going to be all set with perfect boom chucks. Not tomorrow, Wednesday. I made a Vietnamese coffee. And that's what I got going on here. All right, so let's grab your A major arpeggio first. A major on ukulele. And let's play from that one real quick. Remember, as you are, if you're on baritone, and we're playing an arpeggio that's not your arpeggio, your job is to find a cool way to do the accompaniment. And so you're right now thinking, all right, A chords, I don't need to do a fancy A chord. I don't need to do the hard one that the ukuleles are playing. I'm going to take this baritone A chord, and I'm going to come up with some kind of 4-pattern strum of some sort. That might be plucks. It might be strums. Might be fancy strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what you're thinking about when you're doing an accompaniment, is what can I do with the open chord formations to make this sound really much better than what Gary's playing, right? And it's not that hard to make me sound better. Let's see, where did I leave off here? Let's see, Chris, Patricia, Chris is in from Montana. Marianne, also from Michigan. Sun's out there. Linda made it in. Evelyn. It's finally stopped raining down in Cuenca. Good to see you, Evelyn. Linda is aloha. She's in from Maui. Lynn. Yeah, nice job, Barbara. Chris, feeling good today. Yay, good job, Chris. Bruce is in. No problem. No problem. Yeah, we do have plenty of music, right? So, but I do have a kind of a work schedule I like to follow, and I wasn't able to follow it this weekend entirely, so I feel bad. Clay says aloha. Also, hey Clay. So, and he also broke his middle finger. What the heck are you guys doing out there? Stop breaking your bones. Okay, people, it's not helpful as a ukulele player. Knock it off. Ukulele, A major. Let's play it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. to the top. You did a 9, you're like, all right, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's 9. All right, is that a 12? That's a 12. It's really far away from where you're playing. All of those A chords are going to come up in your life, every single one of them. So there's 3 different types of A chords on there, a couple of different types of E chords, and so all of those things are coming up in your life. 2 different types of F sharp minors. The F sharp minor suspended fourth is less likely to come up, but it's going to come up a lot in some of the stuff I write for you. So, everything on there is a useful tool for you down the road. Let's go grab the E major on baritone. I would say, honestly, guys, if you, as you're playing this and it's coming out as clunk, 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 that's every bit as valuable to you as a musician. Maybe you can't get the clean tones. That's every bit as valuable because you are in that process of teaching your right hand to do stuff as well as your left hand. And even if the sound isn't necessarily great that's coming out of your ukulele, that business of getting your hands on about where they're supposed to be and doing the best you can is probably more valuable than having perfect tones all of the time, because there's going to be plenty of times when you're playing when you blow it, and you want to get comfy with that. All right. E major in baritone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Okay, so there's your arpeggios for this week. I'll be getting you the I think it's I can't remember which minor arpeggio we do next, but I'll get that up to you guys sometime this week. Arlo, welcome in. Kari, congrats, Bar. We're all getting there. Little by little, we're all getting lots of study. I had plenty of study by the time I was second time through on baritone. My hands were starting to get like, I don't think we're going to do this, and so get some studying, right? Whatever. Okay, so Alouette. Grab your baritone version. Alouette. Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plus this does not necessarily fit into our theme for the week, but it's going to, and you'll see why. Okay, so Alouette on baritone. Now, was it 1066? 1066, the French came over, took over England, and now we have English because of that. And so that's why this is actually a Celtic song. No, this is a French song. It's a Canadian French song, not just a French song, but a French Canadian song. And it's about a raven who's sitting outside the window making too much noise, and they're going to go kill and pull the raven to pieces. It's funnier if you think of it as a chicken and a chicken plugging song, but it is what it is. So I'm going to be playing this song several times. You are going to boom chuck. Okay, you know the song. Da da dun dun da 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 dun 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 da dum bum ba da 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 dum. Now I chose this song for two reasons. One, it's in 4/4. When you boom chuck, you really want to start with your boom chucking in 4/4, and it'd be nice if it was in key chords that you were pretty good at. So this is a C chord for ukulele and a G7 for ukulele, right? So and then on baritone, your C chord and your G7 are even easier. Okay, C chord, G7, and we're gonna walk through any number of strumming patterns. Part of the reason for knowing different types of strumming patterns is you like to sing and you want to mix it up. You want to not have everything sound the same. The other reason, more importantly, oh yeah, Dennis is like, yes. Oh, Canada. Way to go, Dennis. Where's Linda? I didn't see her log in. LG. Where's LG? Where was I? So that's one of the reasons. But as an instrumentalist, you are going to end up being an accompanist to people. And they don't want you to do everything the same either. And so there's actually... you have when it comes to chords, we know how we are around here. Everybody wants to do tough uke. I do too. That's the thing I love. That's the thing that ends up sounding the best. But I don't want you to just get this notion, I'm going to play ukulele by myself forever and never with anybody else. I have one student, who has got that attitude. And honestly, I mean, he's a good player and all that, but honestly, when you're that good, go hang out with somebody else once in a while. You'll love it. Now, let's go through. We're going to learn all of our strum patterns, okay? So grab your C chord. 1, 2, thumb down. 3, 4. Alouette, chante Alouette. Alouette, chante plus marée. Chante plus marée la tête. Chante plus marée la tête. Et la tête, et la tête. Alouette. Oh, 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 oh. Put a fermata over that. Alouette, chante Alouette. Alouette, chante plus marée. Now, what did I did there? I don't care what's going on in the melody. Could care less. I'm on chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did I come up with that? From the meter. 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the basis of your strum pattern, and that is really important to those of you guys that are newer to understand. When you're strumming and you're either on accompaniment or when you go to this ukulele strum along and they're singing whatever song, you do not care what's going on in the melody. I don't care at all. I want to just keep the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single thing else that we do is going to be just trying some way to fancy that 1, 2, 3, 4 up. chords don't change, rhythm doesn't change, but your choices in fancying that up are going to be what determines whether that song sounds super cool or whether it's super boring. I don't believe in boring music necessarily. I just believe that they're simple and not so simple. So that's step one, right? We're in 4. We just played through. It works perfectly. Now, continue on with your chords. Let's fancy it up. Index finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, gentille alouette. Alouette, gentille plumarée. Gentille plumarée la tête. Gentille plumarée la tête. Et la tête, et la tête. Alouette, alouette. Oh, 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 oh. Now that's one place where as a strummer I have to let the melody player be in charge. Put a big old fermat on there, and you're like, oh gosh, when do I come back in? It hopefully gives you a head nod. Alouette, gentille alouette. Alouette, gentille plumarée. Now notice the last measure, I don't keep strumming through. I got choices on the end there. I can do gentille plumarée and stop 3 beats, because it's the last measure, or I could do the four beats and 1 more beat. Gentille plumarée. But when you're in an ensemble situation, you will for sure on every single song have a conversation about how we're going to end this. And so in this case, let's just treat it as 3 beats. Okay. Now, that's step 1 was thumb, getting the pacing. Step 2, we did 1/8 notes. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And those of you guys who started ukulele with somebody else, they spent a lot of time talking to you about down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Didn't they? There's no reason to spend that much time on that. But we're going to spend 1 minute on it because it comes up a lot. Love the repeats. What do I say? Oh, it's okay. Now, if you want to fancy that up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, you can do that. But there's no rule about it. And so when somebody says, what's the strum pattern for this? You should know that they have spent too much time reading the internet. There isn't a strum pattern. But for fun, let's do up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Alouette, gentille alouette. Alouette, gentille plumarée. Gentille plumarée la tête. Gentille plumarée la tête. Stop on beat 3. You kept going, right? Okay, so in that case, you probably stop on beat 5 to finish up your down, down, up, down, up. Now, somewhere on this ukulele continuum, there's a book out there that calls that the Hawaiian strum. Down, down, up, down, up. I get little girls into my studio on a regular basis. I love ukulele. I want to take ukulele lessons. Okay, and they come in and they think, I know the Hawaiian strum. Down, down, up, down, up. Did that sound Hawaiian? It sounded a little Hawaiian. I'm looking over as Linda's here, and she's like, I guess that's Hawaiian, probably. And I want you as experienced, advanced, thoughtful ukulele players to ask yourself, what is the likelihood that all of the Hawaiians had a little convention? They all went down to the Oahu convention center, and they all sat down and said, all right, the Howleys need to have a Hawaiian strum, and and they all took a vote, and they're all calling each other, well, what are you going to vote for? And well, I'm going to vote for down, 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 up, down. And then I don't know, I prefer down, down, up, down, up. And so they voted, and they had this convention, and they all got together, and they voted for down, down, up, down, up. And then they all had martinis and picked fights, and that's how the Hawaiian strum came to be. It's not a thing, guys. Somebody somewhere was publishing a book and thought, oh, that sounds kind of like Hawaii. I will do it. Call it down, down, up, down, up. Is the Hawaiian strum. That couldn't be any less full of wisdom than anything that's one of the many things I was doing. But what the real takeaway is, it's still a 4-beat pattern, right? Down, down, up, down, up. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just fancy. Down is 1. Down, up is 2. Up, down, up is 2, 3.5, 4, and 4.5. Right? So we call that the Latin strum. In Hawaii, they call it the Latin strum in Hawaii. Oh, they had Mai Tais, of course. Did I say martinis? I meant Mai Tais. We call that the Latin strum. So we put these random goofy names on them, but none of that means anything. So don't be in the notion that, oh, this is a certain thing. You can choose. If you decide, hey, in my strum along group, we're all going to get together, we're all going to sing Alouette. I want them all to strum a certain way. Then you can sit down and agree, hey, we're going to play down, down, up, down, up. And that's fine. But there's no rule about that. There's no official thing like that. And if you look at the old ukulele books from 1920, 1930, not in 1940 so much, but 1910, 20, and 30, they will call things very different things depending on who is writing the book. And so there's no universal agreement on any of that. And I think that the more time you spend worrying about what to call it, the less amount of time, the goofier it gets, I guess. And I would rather you say, hey, we're going to do this one down, down, up, down, up, and then do it that way. And the only reason you would do that is you want everybody to strum the same way. And sometimes when you get your ukulele group together, and I've seen 80 million videos of these where everybody stands up on stage and they all strum exactly the same and they sing the song, and it's a great deal of fun. There's nothing, I'm not critical about it at all, but getting everybody to do the exact same strum pattern never works. Those of you guys that have done it, and I know we have lots of small group leaders here in the chat room, try to get 40, or not even 40, try to get 12 of your best friends together and get everybody to strum the exact same pattern. It's a lot harder than you'd think, and maybe it's worth it, maybe not. So down, down, up, down, down, up, you can do whatever you want. As long as you're in a 4-beat pattern, you can do whatever you want, and you can call it whatever you want, and it's one way. Now, let's start talking about smarter ways to do it. If you're strumming like that and you're in a singing group, that makes sense. But if you're in an instrumental group, that will become very overwhelming. I don't remember if it was Jerry's group or one of the other groups. We had a new member group, and I don't even remember what the song was, but we needed one strummer and 12 or 14 melody players. So that gives you the ratio of how much louder your ukulele is when you're strumming it versus when you're plucking out the notes. Okay, so when you get to instrumental play, you want to start being a little bit wiser, and so let's be wiser right now. Okay, 4 fingers, 4 strings. Isn't that lovely? You wish that would just be it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumage. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. You already know that one. Okay, now that's that one. About 80% of the time when I'm learning a new song, that's the strum pattern I use. I like this strum because it's very specific. I can tell exactly where each beat will lie. Because I am a terrible singer, I need to know where the beats are, and it helps me, so I strum like this all the time, and oh my gosh, it always works, it lets me know exactly where I should be changing my chord. Okay, so I use that a lot when learning a song because it very much tells you beat, 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 beat. Now, if I want to make it sound fancier, let's take that pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré. Now, I'll stop there because it just goes on more of the same. But if you're at your ukulele group and everybody's going, Alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré, and then you come in, Alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré. I do that all the time. You know what happens? Whoever's standing next to me goes, boy, your ukulele sounds really nice. And it's because it's not that the ukulele sounds, I'm just doing something different than they are. And suddenly they're hearing that going, oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds nice. And so when you go to your ukulele groups and you're strumming along with other people, try to talk yourself into doing the next level stuff to bring your instrumental sensibility to that singing situation. The Grammys is coming up this week. Just sit and watch what's going on there. You'll have a singer, blah, cute as a bug's ear, and they will be singing, and some of them will have a guitar on them, and they will be doing very, very basic chord shapes over here. And then pay attention to what's going on in the background. They got the professional musicians are all doing all this fancy stuff. They're just playing chords back there, but they're making it sound like there's something amazing going on. And basically, they're playing arpeggios with the chord held down. That's what they're doing. But I saw, I think it was Elizabeth sent me an email with a piano player playing Love Me Tender, and it's beautiful, right? He's playing on an $80 million Steinway, and it's all this amazing stuff. Well, what's he doing? Left hand, arpeggios. Right hand, a little bit of arpeggiated and the melody note added in there. It doesn't matter what instrument you're on. It's a very effective method for presenting beautiful music, okay? So then, you've strummed it with your thumb, you've strummed it with your index finger, you tried the up down thing, made it sound kind of cool. Now you've plucked it with your claw to help, because that sounds cool. Then you've arpeggiated with this, and then you're like, all right, Gary wants to do boom chucks, so let's practice. Okay, let's practice on beat. I want a heavy strum and a light strum. Heavy, light, heavy, light. Alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré, jante, plumaré, la tête, jante, plumaré, la tête, et la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré. Okay, so that's on beat. And nobody thinks anything of that because that's what most music is a heavy beat on 1 and a heavy beat on 3. Pa, pa. That's your pa sound. Pa, pa. Alouette, jante, alouette. I gotta change the chord. Alouette, jante, alouette. Alouette, wet, jante, plumaré. So that's the pa. And so you're hitting the heavy sound on 1 and a heavy sound on 3. Mix it up. Okay, so grab your C chord. Let's do it that way. Thumb down. Pick your index finger and grab the 3rd string. Alouette, jante, alouette, alouette, jante, plumaré, jante, plumaré, la tête, jante, plumaré, la tête, et la tête, et la tête. closer to what professionals do, which is strumming and plucking at the same time. And I'm doing it in a very predictable fashion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that works. It will always work. It always sounds great. But sometimes you want to do a boom chuck. And now we're finally there. Okay? So you've gotten all these different strum patterns. Now instead of heavy, light, let's do light, heavy, light, heavy. Okay? So light is just with your index finger. It doesn't matter which string you pick. And just pick any string. Make sure you're holding your chord the whole time. Okay? Let's try the boom chuck. Light, heavy, light, heavy. So we're emphasizing beats 2 and 4, and what you'll feel in the song is it'll start to feel very raggedy and a little bit out of sync, and create a completely different feeling for the song, probably. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, light, heavy. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille plumarée. J'entends plumarrer la tête, j'entends plumarrer la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, j'entends alouette, alouette, j'entends plumarrer. So then you're off beat and you got to wait for the beat number 4 to finish that up. Now, so that's what we're way overemphasizing. Boom, chuck, boom, chuck. Now let's go through and make it a little bit less dumb. Okay? So instead of some strum, pluck, strum, just picture this on, thumb, pluck. Okay, so thumb and then 3 fingers. Okay, same thing. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille plumarée, gentille plumarée la tête, gentille plumarée la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille plumarée. Okay, so there's that. Okay, that's probably the easier way to do boom chuck is thumb, pluck, thumb, pluck, thumb, pluck. Then, those of you guys on ukuleles, I'm going to switch instruments real quick because you guys have something that's even cooler. Like on baritone, that's going to work no matter what. If I'm holding that C chord and I hit thumb, pluck, and then put my thumb on the other string, right, then you get a little bit of a walking bass kind of type thing there. Lower, higher type thing. I moved where I put my ukuleles to this side, and I'm still trying to put them over there on invisible ukulele stands. But with the ukulele, if you do boom chuck and you use 2 different strings, you end up with a very cool thing because you have a high string. Not all of you. Some of you guys have low G, and that's fine. You're going to be doing boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck, boom chuck. Thumb on the 3rd string and then thumb on the 4th string. Let's go. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille plumarée, gentille plumarée la tête, gentille plumarée la tête. I gotta get. I'm still doing the other fingering. All right, let me get my C. How do you play a C? It's this one, right? Okay, C, and here's a G7. Okay, I know how to do this. Okay. Your thumb is alternating between your lowest string and your next to the highest string, and then I'm really just using these 2 guys as my pluck. Okay, try that. 1, 2, ready, play. Alouette, gentille alouette, Alouette, chante plus marée. Chante plus marée la tête, chante plus marée la tête, et la tête, et la tête. Alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, chante alouette, alouette, chante plus marée. Okay, so now that's your boom chuck. Lighter, your thumb on the boom, and then multiple fingers on the chuck, and so that you end up with this offbeat kind of raggedy. It feels almost like a machine a little bit. Ching, 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 and you're just busy moving along, and your audience is not quite accompanying it. They're like, oh, he must be doing something really spectacular as a musician, right? But I think the message I'm trying to send here is take Alouette and use it as practice to find out how many different strumming things you can do. Then when you bring it over to the Irish music or Tin Pan Alley or whatever else we're doing, if you are playing, you're like, oh, I want to play tough uke, and then you kind of get out and you're like, oh, I'm just going to play chords instead. That you bring something in addition to 1, 2, 3, 4. Because think about where you start. Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plus marée. It's fine, it's lovely. But if you get to Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plus marée, chante plus marée la tête, chante plus marée la tête, et la tête, et la tête, et la tête. Oh, 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 or oh, Alouette, chante Alouette, Alouette, chante plus marée. Right. Then you are now a musician. Now you are saying, all right, I got the recipe here. I know what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm going to add in salt and spices, and I'm going to put a leaf of sage in here, and I'm going to do, I'm going to follow Bobby Flay's example and put a green chili in everything, right? And you're going to spice it up in lots of different ways. And if you will do that for me, please, as you walk out into the real world, anytime you're in a situation where you get ukulele players together, you're trying to come up with a cooler strum than anybody else in the room. You're starting to be like, I know what the chords are, whatever. I want to turn this into something meaningful and deep and complex. And that's what I want you to do. So we're about ready to do that, okay? Also, if you watch any of the great players, you watch James Hill, you watch Eldrin, you watch, what's his name? Well, my guitar gently weeps guy, Jake. Watch those guys. They're so busy doing cool, interesting things with their right hand. And over here, a whole lot of what they're doing over here you recognize, because there's only so much you can do over here. You're just changing the pitch of the string. That's all this does over here. Yeah, sometimes you see this, right? Ooh, he made a slide, or he does a hammer on, which really doesn't work on ukulele, or you need an electric ukulele to do it right. Or you'll see a pull off. Those are at the end of the, and then your harmonics. That's it. That's the whole list of advanced techniques, by the way. You take those basic techniques, you add on a little bit of that advanced stuff. You're looking at we always look at the wrong hand when we're watching performers. We're watching this as ukulele players or as guitarists. We're busy looking at it going, oh, now he's making an A chord. Oh, now he's making a D chord. And when that makes sense to us, what we forget is this is where the music comes from, over here. And the smarter and crazier that you do this, the more interesting your music is, and kind of separates you from the pack. Not that that's good, because sometimes when you're the chicken with the tallest head, you're the first to go. But let's play the melody. You guys play the chords. I'm going to play melody. You play chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. hopefully you came up with something other than 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Doesn't matter. It matters a little. I wanted to take a brief aside here. I'll be getting you more music this week, but what you have on your list, Ash Groves in 3/4 time. Boom chucks don't work when you're in 3/4 time, but Danny Boy, Melville Castle, Will You and I Come Back Again, and Parting Glass are all in 4/4 time. It gives you a chance to try some really thinking through what your strum patterns would feel like on that. And I wanted to go very quickly because I know we're out of time, but I want to give you one little, hopefully, I haven't practiced this at all, so we'll see what happens. But if I go find, where's Danny Boy? Danny Boy. Here's Danny Boy. Okay? If I go grab Danny Boy, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to come up with cool strums for this. Okay? Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's come and all the roses fall. This you is you, must go and I must bide. Okay? That sounds ridiculous, but it's something to practice, right? Or we could do on beat. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen, glen, and down the mountainside. Okay? Or simple strum. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling. That works fine. Or do arpeggio patterns. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. So you have so many choices, and so I always get kind of sad when you know these people are not sad. I just think that they just haven't got good enough training. When you're sitting there and you sing a song on the internet and you make a YouTube video of it, and there's just I've seen that video 100,000 times, right? And it's fine, and that person's having a lovely time. But you guys have been trained now to be thinking about what can I do to bring extra salt and pepper to my arrangements. So that's it. Remember, tonight we do have jazz tonight, and I'm going to go try to get one more song posted up there, maybe two, this afternoon. So show up a few minutes early to print out whatever I get posted. Hopefully that guy gave you a little bit of overview onto what boom chuck is, how to think about it. It works anytime you're in 4/4 time. Sometimes it sounds awesome. It just kind of depends on the song, but sometimes it sounds, like I just played Danny Boy wrong. And so that's it. We will be playing all of the Irish music on the list this week, along with some other new tunes that will be posted this week. And we'll just keep moving forward. Hopefully that was at least gave you a better overview of boom chuck than I gave last week. And so hopefully that helped. All right, where are we at? That's it. You're now experts on Alouette, in case you were wondering. All right, Carol, love the repeats list. Oh, Linda, Latin strum. Where did I leave off? Here we are. Ronnie, great cast, good piece to practice, different styles of strum. Yeah. Be adventurous when it comes time to strum. Be the one who's doing it different than everybody else. That's the bottom line. Patricia, I think I need a one chord song. Go Three Blind Mice, row, row, row your boat. Three Blind Mice, row, row, row your boat. Okay, those are your two. Not row, row, row your boat. Three Blind Mice and what's the other? And Frere Jacques. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John. Okay, Frere Jacques is in 4/4, and Three Blind Mice is in 4/4. Go practice on those, and then you don't have to change chords. A lot of sense in a lot of. Did you forget that the word "non" in front of sense, Janice? Good to see you, Janice. Vic, see you tonight. Yeah, guys, don't forget we got jazz tonight, and it's hard. So come early and stay late. It was fun using different strumming patterns. Love the boom chucking, right? It's something different. It's just cowboys do it all the time, and you hear it all the time in country music, all the time. Really, really handy little piece of advice. If it's good enough for a cowboy, it's good enough for you. Sandy, see y'all tonight. Good practice. Cindy, good class. Thanks, Cindy. Lynn, see you tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Carol, good to see you. Ronnie. have a blessed day as you as well. Chris, glad you're back in the back in the game. Good to see you, bud. Patricia, that was fun. Good. Barbara, thanks. You bet. Diane, see you later. All right, guys, I'll pull the plug. You have a wonderful day, and I will see all of you, hopefully most of you guys tonight. And if you are just sitting in today and you are not a member of the Jolly Roger Ukulele website, run over there and read the tab that says subscription. And I'm right, that's the tab. I think it's called subscription. Subscribe. It just says subscribe. So go read that tab. It tells you why you'd want to be a member of this website. And there's, we're getting close to 300 tunes on the site for baritone and ukulele, and we're doing all of the really, really good stuff, the hard stuff, the stuff that's worth really digging into. We do that on Monday nights for subscribers only. So give some thought to doing that. And also, if you are logged into Gmail or YouTube, if you could give me a thumbs up. I apparently, I don't know, I get a free trip to outer space or something eventually. And I think that's all I know about ukulele today. So where did I leave off? Pauline, good to see you. Elizabeth, have a great day. Fran, thank you. Have a meeting tonight. Okay, sounds good, Fran. You got to cancel all meetings on Monday nights from now until the end of time. I get your Monday nights. All right, I'm going to pull the plug. You guys have a great day. Thanks for everything. Hopefully I made some sense.